What's happening, people, and welcome back to the channel. So if you're at the age of 50, yeah, and you're considering a career change, yeah, you're not actually the only person. You're actually part of a little trend which is starting. So in 2024, employment rate of individuals between 50 to 64 in the UK was at 70.9%. Yeah, so that's a lot. Basically, what I wanted to do with this video was actually say to people that obviously industries like plumbing, which I'm in myself, yeah, is an stable industry, in it. So you're gonna find a lot more older people doing courses and thinking about plumbing as a career change. So me myself, I've been doing plumbing for 21 years, but I've been also teaching. So I've been able to see the side of what other people don't really see. So I saw many years ago, I saw a postman who had been a postman for about, I think it's about 40 years. And what he actually done was he changed his career from being a postman to actually training to being a plumber. He had done a short course and he was able to put himself in a position where now he's able to go out and do jobs, right? I'm not saying that it's the best idea to do, because the job in its entirety as a plumber, you're actually doing a lot of physical labor, innit? And when you do physical labor, it plays a part on your body. All of the it hurts, you know. But I've said before that there is a growing industry, which is, I can't remember the stats off the top of my head, but there's a big growing industry which plumbing is split into two different parts here. So we got installation and we got maintenance. Maintenance is like what we would class as, you know, like an old boy's job, isn't it? So when you want to relax, when you want to chill, you go and do maintenance, because you're only maintaining, keeping up the stuff which you already have. You're probably not really doing the installation. The installation is going to be you down on your knees, running pipe work, putting in studding, putting up brackets, being on ladders, being on stands, having to be physical, hands-on every single day. That wears you down every single time you do it. So it's something that I sorry about this, something that I'm understanding about, but I know that, like, at the end of the day, it's about being mindful of your body, in it, because you're not going to be able to carry that on. It's not sustainable to have an impactful job like that, and it just keeps on hitting you time and time after again. So what I'm saying is that, from my personal perspective, I feel that people can definitely learn the trade. It is something definitely to look forward to, because as another statistic which I found out from the UK Trade Skills Index, yeah, from 2023, there is needed to be over 70,000 plumbers, which are needed for 2032. And to meet that demand, yeah, it means that people are going to have to think about it as a later career, something which they wasn't doing before. They might have been working in a bank at one point, and now they've decided to themselves, you know what, I actually enjoy physical labor. I actually enjoy doing stuff like gardening and getting up and doing stuff. So maybe let me think about a career which might be within plumbing, right? Because a good plumber, yeah, is a knowledgeable person up here. You learn off of probably most jobs what you do. You learn how to do things more efficient. You learn the telltale problems for things. And when you're older, you get to remember these things a lot easier, because they come to you like second nature, because you can remember the time when you was doing something, because there'll be specific moments within your life and you'll say, oh, I remember when I done that. Like, I remember when I changed my first radiator. Yeah. So the process and what I went through and understanding how to do it, I understand now that I could change a radiator on my own, because I've got something which is thumbnails like this. Yeah, because if I was on my own, how else would I do it? And these are things which I now remember like this, and it's second nature because I've been doing it for so long. But I guess a lot of older people will pick up these skills as they go along. But it definitely depends what type of person you're with as well. And if you're a person who's willing to learn and listen and sit down and be the student in it, because that whole being the student and being the teacher, that is a complex for some people, but it is the only way how to learn. So I would say that we're going to see much more older plumbers and people actually working to a later time in their life, because it's just like London is being built on built on built on built. Don't get me wrong, we've got a lot of pods and stuff like that which are going into new builds. Me myself, I stopped doing plumbing on sites because of pods and stuff like that. It's not really plumbing. I do some pipe work, which I have been doing most recently, but again, that being the physical labor of the job, I do not think someone who's in their 50s wants to set themselves up for being up the ladder for half an hour, testing, running down, pressing up pipe, running back down, changing the fitting, getting some more fittings from downstairs, going back upstairs and not having no break for the day. I don't know. You got to ask yourself, innit? Is that going to be for you? But I've said to you, there is two big avenues. So we split plumbing up in domestic work, and we also split it up within the maintenance work, right? So it's two portions. Let the young bucks do the installations and get out there, because that work is graft. And then the older lot, I gather, will look after the 60 billion industry when it comes to maintenance. And it's not a bad shout. Some people, they think that plumbers don't make a lot of money and all that, but not all of them do. But I bet you there's some cushy numbers out there maintenance wise which people will be very surprised. So keep your eyes and your ears peeled. And if you are interested in like plumbing content and learning a little bit more about plumbing, I made a video which breaks down the difference between NVQs and diplomaships. Yeah, they're both qualifications which you can get in plumbing, but there is a difference. And what I will do is I'll link this video in the description box to that video so you guys can learn a little bit more, because you wanted to know my thoughts on it. My thoughts is that it's a possibility, it's a necessity when it comes to the amount of work which is out there as a spectrum for plumbers. And like, you're just going to see more people who are older doing plumbing. Might be an old geezer coming to fix your tap nowadays. It's not going to be this young spring chicken like myself. You get it? But make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because I forget to keep telling you guys, but that is the YouTube currency nowadays. So like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be coming closer to the camera every time I see you. So smash that button. Look down in the description box if you are looking about MVQs and diplomaships and you want to learn just about them. I break them down. There's a difference. Like I said, I've been a lecturer for a number of years. I'm here to share my information with my platform, with my community in it. So let's get it in it. Look out for them older plumbers, girls and guys, women as well. It's open field, guys. Make your money.